Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Right, good evening everyone. Victoria's going to run Tour de Zwift. She's made a significant wardrobe error though. She has worn a red... She was wearing a green top. I asked her to go and change out of her green top. So she's put a red top on with green writing. What a doofus. Anyway, I'm going to turn on chat in a second. She's doing Tour de Zwift, and you haven't got your watch on, either your heart rate. You are broadcasting heart rate. Okay, I'll sort that out in a second. So it's stage 5, and we are on the New York course. We're running the park perimeter route, 9.7 kilometers, and there are 118 runners in the race so far today. So we'll have a look around the runners shortly. I'm just trying to sort out chat, things like that. Who did you run with last night? Vogt. S. Vogt from Germany. Sebastian. Okay, we think it's Sebastian Vogt who Victoria is running next to. Let me just sort your heart rate out. Hold on. Now you are going to drop back like a minuscule amount when I do this, okay? Oh. Hold on. Right, 2 seconds on heart rate. 1, 2, 3. Waggle your arm over there. Right there. It's all right. So it's fine. It's done. Right, there you go. Should be fine. And you just have to catch him up now. You have to run a bit faster and catch him up. I'm still not sorted on chat, folks, so bear with me a second. If you have got anything to ask, if you want to say hello, please do that. I'll be with you in 3 seconds when I get chat up and running.
Right, Ryan Downey says, hello, Victoria. Goran says, I guess it's better red and green than naked, especially when you're streaming. Yeah, well, we've had a bit of that recently, haven't we? Karen says, wait, sit back and watch your wife do all the hard work. Yeah, I should do a new intro, shouldn't I? Sit back, relax, and watch my wife do all the hard work. Thanks, Karen. Nice to hear from you. So we'll try not to worry about the fact that Victoria is wearing green writing on her shirt. Heart rate is 140 and she is 0.62 of a kilometre in. So if you don't mind, Victoria, I'm going to just jump to the front of the race and see who's up there. So now Victoria's got to run on Zwift without being able to see herself at the front there. And I'm going to flick through as many runners as I can, try and get through to see the front. Wasovic, we know Wasovic is in first place. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't check through. He's running at 3:38 per kilometre. No heart rate for Wasovic, though. From Poland. If you just keep looking at Wasovic, Victoria, it looks like you're running really fast. He's going at 16.3 kilometres per hour. He's just sped up a little bit, actually. So a perfectly reasonable pace. No questions about it at all. It's perfectly possible to do 3:40 per kilometre. Andrew Cutmore says, hello, Victoria. We're out shortly in the dark and cold with the club. Yeah, Victoria could have been going out with the club, but she decided to stay in the warm tonight. She's determined to get Tour de Zwift done. And Victoria is also currently still successful on Run Every Day in January, which I'm not. So Victoria is doing at least 5 kilometres every day in January. I did it until Friday, and then Friday I ran out of time. And right at the end of the day, I was too tired. So I missed out Friday, and now I've missed out Monday as well. So I've run every day apart from 2 in January. So Wasovic in the lead. Tildholm from Sweden in second. Let's give him a ride on. Let's give Wasovic a ride on as well. Schindler from Germany in third. His heart rate is 153. What's Tildholm? 149 for Tildholm. That's pretty good. Schindler 154. T. Kirsten from Germany as well. Because a big German contingent. Look, Schindler, Kirsten, Kraus, Richter, and Michael Hasser is there as well. Kraus is in fifth, 3:59, and running at 4 minutes per kilometre is Richter, right behind Kraus. The 2 German guys running together. Becca Ward is our first lady. Well done, Becca. She is a top lady, running at around 4 minutes per kilometre, just a bit more. Her heart rate is 148. So well done, Becca. Right up there with the leaders, top 10 for Becca out of 125 runners this evening doing Tour de Zwift. I think I will just share this page out to Zwift Runners page. You can see there Victoria's elevation is 0, and over there she's at 10.1 kilometres per hour. So running a little bit slower than Becca, but that's all right. We'll let her off. John Hancock is saying, enough, Goran. And Goran says he's got a new treadmill. Good for you, Goran. Victoria really enjoyed running on the Woodway treadmills when we went to the National Running Show. And now even a My Run, even a Techno Gym My Run is not good enough for her. She is now, as well as wanting a van so we can do our ultra touring in, Victoria wants a Woodway treadmill. So we're still watching Becca Ward. Let me run back a bit. Cosley from Canada is in 10th position, and Daly from the USA, 11th position. Daly is running at 4:20 per kilometre. We've got FC from France in 13th position, and D Humphreys from Wales there. I can get onto him. There we are. There's D Humphreys from Wales. Currently running at 14.1 kilometres per hour. 14 kilometres per hour on a foot pod, no doubt. Wang from China and Schuster from the USA, followed by Lutz from Italy and Miles from Germany with a heart rate of 154. Let's just go back up to the front, see what our heart rates are doing up there. Michael Haas's heart rate is 160. Wasovic doesn't have heart rate, but he's still in the lead and is 9 seconds ahead now of Tildholm, who has a heart rate of 153. That's gradually going up. Just go back to Victoria for a minute while I deal with some other things. So there's Victoria. Victoria's in 87th place at the moment, and she's got 8 kilometres left to run, just under. Heart rate of 156, so she's now already in orange zone. Yeah, I'm not very well. Victoria's come home from work saying she doesn't think she's very well. Leo says, hi, nice to meet you, Victoria, on Sunday. That was Leo Loughran, who we met. Ryan Downey, yes, the price of Woodways means I don't think many of us are going to be getting one, are we, really? Let's face it. Let's face it. So I'm just going to share out this video to Zwift Runners' Facebook page. I would have thought so. I wouldn't have thought you should be in zone 5 just yet. No. You're not drunk enough. Is that what we've just said? Victoria says she's not drunk enough today. I'll ply her with alcohol later on when she's finished. Matt Orrell says, hello, Victoria. Matt Orrell, are you feeling better, says Victoria. 7.6 kilometres left to run. Heart rate is 154. So let's just jump back through again and see how the front runners are doing, see how Becca is doing as first lady and Wasovic as first male. Adam Holland says, "Go Victoria, show him how it's done." Uh-huh. Yeah. Only Victoria says only Adam can show me how it's done. Well, I think there are plenty of other runners who might be able to show me how it's done, to be honest. Right, so we've got Kirsten in 3rd place, Schindler in 4th, Richter... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got a stutter on the viewing here. Schindler is at 156 BPM and has covered just over 3.5 kilometres in 4th place. But I haven't got anyone else to look at. It only goes back to Victoria there, so I don't know what's going on there. Just wait and see if it pops up again with more runners, or we'll have to jump back to Victoria. Kirsten is running at 189 BPM. That's ridiculous. That is a mad heart rate. I don't know if Kirsten will be able to keep that up. So Kirsten from Germany, 188 beats per minute in zone 5. If that's correct, then Kirsten is gonna die a death very soon. They won't be able to keep that up. Oh, in fact, it may have been a dodgy reading because it's just come down to 177, which is still zone 4 for them. So that might have been an erroneous reading there. So back to Victoria. Victoria's got just over 7 kilometres to run. She's at 2.5 kilometres in. Heart rate of 152. So this is stage 5 of the Tour de Zwift. It runs round the park perimeter loop. To be honest, this is not my most favourite route round New York. I much prefer it when we go on the glass sky elevator paths. This is just like running on a road in a park. Let's go through and see if there's anyone else we know. So Victoria's friend, Sebastian Vogt there, is just ahead. S. Robinson and D. Thompson from the UK. Pinky from the USA. And we've got Jay Riley as well from the UK. De Luca from France, 72nd place. Heart rate very nice at 135, nice and cool. Van der Poel from the USA. No heart rate for Van der Poel. Peter Denny is running. So Peter is running with a heart rate of 152. Very comfortable at nearly 3 kilometres, 2.8 kilometres, 200 metres to go for Peter before he gets to 3K. He's in 70th position and just chilling out. Jorg from Switzerland is on a heart rate of 165 and Jorg is nearly at 3 kilometres as well.
Jack it up.
Anyone know what this flag is? I don't think it is. It's not Poland, is it? Precise. Heart rate of 143 in 68th position. Bromel from Germany. So there's 3 kilometres, look, from Bromel. Or is that for Victoria? I think that's for you, actually. Hang on a second. No, it's not for you. You are a little bit further back. So hopefully your bouncing 3 kilometres should come up now, look. I'm going to try and run up to the front again in a second. But we'll just see Victoria pass 3 kilometres. Heart rate 162 now for Victoria. So Victoria could be ill. Me and Victoria are suffering today after the weekend. So Victoria's heart rate might be high due to the fact that she's not very well. But for only 3k in and a relatively sedate pace, there's 3k done. We wouldn't expect it to be that high. And in fact, Victoria's now in zone 5. But we need to make sure, though, Victoria, that your maximum heart rate is correct. Have you set it Okay. But we need to make sure that we've set your max heart rate correctly, because I'm not convinced that's correct, but never mind. So we'll just run through the field here, see how far to the front we can get without it all going messed up on us. Look, somebody's called themselves Not Racing here. So somebody from the USA is on a heart rate of 162, is 3.6 kilometers in, and they've named themselves Not Racing. Brian Dale says hello, Victoria and Stephen. Hi, Brian. Any news about your treadmill yet, Brian? Brian had a disaster the other night when his treadmill died on him. So Keeley and FC from France, Humphreys, Wang, and Lucas from Italy. Schuster from the USA is in 15th position, and Walpole from the UK is in 16th position. Hillgrant. Oh, now we've lost them. Hang on, back again. Where are we? Hillgren. There we are. Hillgren from Sweden is in 17th position. Has covered 4.3 kilometres and is running at nearly 13 kilometres per hour. No heart rate for Hillgren, though. Let's see if I can jump to the front. See if Wasovic is still there. Doesn't look like it's going to let me get to the front. Humphreys, Wang. I think once the field gets spread out a bit, it stops you looking at other runners. Schuster. Well, yeah, if they're not on there anymore. It stops. Walpole, the UK. Maltz, here we go. So we're going further back now. 17th place for Maltz, and Tibulek from Belgium, is that? Right on to you. And Heru from Sweden is in 21st place. So the top 20 there. Tibulek is in the top 20, running at 4.55 per kilometre, 3.1 kilometres per hour. No heart rate for him, though. Silver. Don't know what flag that is. Brian Dell says he's ordering a Myron today. 8 to 9 week lead time for delivery. So no treadmill until the end of March for Brian, but at least you're getting a nice treadmill. Well done, Brian, for getting a Myron. Yeah, so Brian had a disaster the other night. His treadmill died on him, so he's now without a treadmill for the next 3 months. 2 months. Gets a Myron at the end of it. Collins from the UK is running at 13.6 kilometres an hour, 4.67 kilometres in. Heart rate of 146, quite comfortable for Collins. Well done. Sabio. Oh, hang on a minute. We've just gone into... looked like zone 4 there. Yeah, so he's right on the edge of zone 3, just nearly into zone 4 for Collins there. Sabio is in 23rd place. And Jukes from Wales is now in 25th position. Ahern from Ireland, Australia. Why did I say Australia? Ahern from Ireland is in 26th place, 4.78 kilometres in, 14 kilometres per hour, right behind Jukes. Jukes, I think, could be our second lady. And we've got M. Glendilling. So it's not Alan Glendilling, is the person I know. We've got an M. Glendilling here. But M. Jukes from Wales, we think, is our second lady. G. Daly from the USA, well done to you. And is that Telchart? Teichert? T-E-L-C-H... Oh, T-E-I-C-H-E-R-T. Teichert. 173 beats per minute. And is 100 metres off 5k. Yeah, Brian says you need a second mortgage to buy a Myron. True, but you need second and third mortgage to buy a Woodway. And if we were to get a woodway treadmill, we'd also need a bigger shed, because I don't think we would actually fit in. If we put a woodway treadmill here, my head would be bouncing off the ceiling. Veli from France is in 29th position. Well done to you. And Marette. Where are we? Marette from Switzerland is in 30th, running at 13 kilometers per hour. That's about 4.5 minutes per kilometer in zone 4, into zone 5 as well. Look, that average heart rate in kilometer 4 is in zone 5. I have had some reports that those kilometre splits, the average heart rate is not always correct. But they are running at 175 BPM at the moment, Marette, and has covered over 5 kilometres now. And Houle, C. Houle from Canada, over 5 kilometres in, 11.2 kilometres per hour. Shakel from Germany, third lady, we think. Shakel could be third lady. .163 BPM, 5 kilometres done. 12.6 kilometres per hour. Cunningham from the UK is next, in 34th position. No heart rate. Please do try and get your heart rate on there, guys, so we can tell how hard you're working. If you are running on Zwift, it's always helpful, especially in races, so that we can see your heart rate, which means we know how hard you're working. It also verifies your performance as well. There are people out there, believe it or not, there are people out there who might accuse people of cheating. Back to Victoria, who is most certainly not cheating. I can see she's running right next to me. She is at 5.26 kilometres in, heart rate of 157, so quite comfortable, and 10.3 kilometres per hour. So at this rate, Victoria will be finished in about half an hour from now. But I'm assuming that she will ramp up the speed again a little bit later. She's got just over 5 kilometres left to go. You can see again the bouncing 5 kilometre sign, 4.5 kilometre sign up there in the distance. And she's just 2 seconds behind Sebastian Vogt. Jonathan Austin says, how is Victoria transmitting speed to Zwift? We're using a direct Bluetooth connected treadmill, Jonathan. So this is the Techno Gym My Run treadmill. And so you don't need a foot pod. It is a direct connection to Zwift, and it transmits speed and cadence directly into Zwift. Most people are using a foot pod, so one of the most popular ones to use is the Stride foot pod, but also you can get the Zwift Run Pod, and also these days on the market is a device called the Run Smart Treadmill Sensor, which detects the speed of your treadmill belt by optical sensors. So that also means you don't need a foot pod, and you just attach the Run Smart sensor to the edge of your treadmill, and it measures the speed of the belt. Carol Brunel says, it's nice to see how family members also get caught up in Zwift. Same story in our house. Yeah. Well, we had a really lovely weekend, Carol, because we went to the National Running Show in Birmingham here in the UK, and I was doing my Zwift ambassador role, so I was on the Zwift stand at the National Running Show, and I was demonstrating Zwift to the audience, But at the same time as demonstrating Zwift, my wife Victoria was on the other treadmill next to me. So the two of us essentially were demonstrating Zwift to the audience, and that was nice. Victoria likes to point out that we romantically ran side by side on Zwift. So Victoria's heart rate is 175 BPM, quite high. She's running at 10.3 kilometers per hour. She's in 87th place, and she's nearly done 5 kilometers, not far off, 150 meters, and she will have done 5 kilometers with 4.7 left to go. It is a little high. I mean, no. Does it feel like it's 173? Do you think it's a mistake? Or do you think it genuinely is 173? Yeah, but you should be able to tell when you're running how... Okay, so Victoria's saying it's definitely more of an effort than when she ran last night. It doesn't feel a struggle, though. So I'm just trying to work out, really, whether 173 is genuinely an accurate heart rate, or whether her optical heart rate monitor is playing up, or whether she is genuinely at 173, is just feeling unwell. That's what Victoria is saying that she thinks it is. Yeah. Okay, let's move up through the rankings again. See how far we can get to the front of the race. These are races, by the way. You don't have to race them, but they are races. Right, E. Rowitz here is racing through the field at 3:20 per kilometre. That'll be an interesting one. At 3:17 per kilometre. Don't know where he's come from. No heart rate. Steps per minute is 156. 20 kilometres an hour. I am not convinced by this one. 18 kilometres an hour. Why is he at... If he's been running at that pace, why is he at 46th position this point in the race? He's done 6.2 kilometres, and he's suddenly decided he's going to run at 3:20 per kilometre. I don't know about this. No heart rate, so we just don't know how hard he's working. Steps per minute is fluctuating, so hard to tell here. Carol, no, in Birmingham we just had one of the Zwift runners displayed on the screen. Although, of course, when both of us were running side by side, then both avatars were on the screen, but it's just only one of the treadmills was being displayed on screen. Right, so we've got a little bit of a question about this E. Rowitz here. We're not actually convinced of this. They're racing through the field at 3:20 per kilometre, 18 kilometres per hour, making their way to the front. But why they've suddenly decided to speed up to this pace, I don't know. Could be a mistake, could be an accident, but that's one to keep an eye on in the results, and we can go and have a look at E. Rowett's stats another time. So Jay Evans here from Wales is being caught by E. Rowitz. Jay Evans is in 38th position. There are now 129 runners competing in stage 5 of Tour de Zwift. And here comes Rowitz catching Jay Evans up. Rowitz has now slowed right down to Rides has now slowed right down to 13 kilometres an hour, which is much more like we would expect him to be at this stage of the race. So I don't know what that was all about. Maybe it was an erroneous foot pod result or something. Maybe something went strangely awry. Coach Phil is walking. Coach Phil has had enough and is walking at 6.8 kilometres. Shakel is in 36th position. Let's just jump right to the front if we can. As far to the front as we can get. We're in 27th position there, 26th, 22nd. Let's push it forward. 12th position. Luke's FC is in 10th position. Right, the furthest forward I seem to be able to get at the moment is 10th position. I can't see. They may have finished, yeah. So, although I don't know. So FC from France is in 10th and has covered just over 8 kilometres. So he does have a whole kilometre and a half left to run. And his heart rate is 175 BPM. But he hasn't got his heart rate zones set up because it's coloured yellow. So you can see there normally 176 would be at least zone 4, possibly zone 5. Megan Smith says, were they trying to catch up with somebody? Well, it's a very strange increase in speed just to try and catch up with somebody. I'm not sure somebody whose normal pace is well under 4 minutes per kilometre, 4.5 minutes per kilometre, would not suddenly speed up to 3.2 kilometres per hour just to catch somebody up. They would go a little bit faster, but that is a surprising turn of pace, let's put it that way. I'm more inclined to think it was a technical error that got the speed up there. FC is in 10th position with a kilometre and a half to go. I can't get any further forward than that. Si Wang is in 12th position. Luke's is in 13th position, heart rate of 160. Oh, B. Humphreys, look. B. Humphreys has just overtaken and gone into 10th position. FC is in 11th now, so B. Humphreys has just overtaken from Wales. FC, Wang is in 12th, Luke's is in 13th position. But the game is not allowing me to go back any further now. So we'll jump straight back to Victoria. So Victoria in 85th position. She's on 10.4 kilometres per hour, heart rate 157 in zone 4. And she has just over 3.5 kilometres left to run. So Victoria's last 3 kilometres have all registered in zone 5 as average heart rate. But 166, is 166 zone 5 for you? Or don't you know? All right, Victoria doesn't know. So what we'll have to do is later on we'll have to have a look at Victoria's max heart rate and see if that is an accurate maximum heart rate. Sidax is running for Canada in zone 83rd place. Vanderpool 79th place. Peter Denny, let's have a look at Peter. 6.5 kilometres done for Peter, 2.5 to go, or just over 2.5. 2.7 kilometres to go. Well done, Peter. Weiner for Germany. Looks like he's making an effort to push up a little bit. And Derrida. We know Derrida from Belgium. Tamara from Italy. All these runners have been making their way from the back because I haven't given them a ride on yet, so they must all have come from behind Victoria and are moving forward in the field. Oates from Israel. And Sosda from Poland. Dyke from Canada. Well done to you. 164 heart rate is Dyke. With just under 2 kilometres left to run. Janczek from Germany. Just coming up to 7 kilometres for Janczek. And he is on 160 BPM. And we'll just pass the 7 kilometre marker now. There it is. Is that Rhino from the USA? And Chettle from the UK. And Krohn from Germany is in 63rd. Janfer is in has a heart rate of 184. Really high for Janfer. Zone 5 now, pushing really hard from Spain in 62nd position. '55th position for Machen, with 2 kilometres left to run for Machen. McEachin. McEachin, yes, could be. M. Price from the UK, well done to you, is in 52nd place at the moment. Elkins is in 49th place. We've got Ruz from Spain and Luca from Germany. Into the top 50, Elkins in 49th. Var from Germany, 48th. Roussel from France, 47th. Another Zone 5 runner, 183 BPM for, what does that look like, Victoria? Podhorek? And it looks like a Croatian flag. Markelhas is from Portugal, I think. And is that Martin Tomlin from the UK? Heart rate of 169 in 43rd place at the moment. Poggendorf from Germany has covered 8.3 kilometres. Is running at 12.8 kilometres per hour, 13 kilometres an hour, and is in 42nd place. Coach Phil is in 41st place. He was walking earlier, so he was having a rest walking and is now running again. As you can see, though, his heart rate was in zone 5 for 3 kilometres, and then he decided to walk. He's brought his heart rate down again, and now he's running again. So that's a good plan if you are really suffering. Bringing your heart rate down by just slowing down and walking, or running slower. Sorry? Jeffing, is that what that is? Jeffing. Oh, right. Gary Corcoran says, hi guys, the Zwift overall results table on Zwift Power seems a bit slow updating. Yeah, it will. It often is quite slow updating. Gary's written some more, but I can't read it as it goes off the screen. So we're just following Coach Phil. Let's just move forward a bit. Jay Evans from Wales. And D. Grimm. What country flag is Grimm? Don't know what country flag that is. His heart rate is 166. Again, another one. Oh no, that's Victoria's heart rate, isn't it? Right, forget everything I said about Coach Phil. Because we're looking at Victoria's heart rate in the splits, not Coach Phil's heart rate. But anyway, he did stop and walk, and now he started running again. Right, back to Victoria. So Victoria has got 2.5 kilometres left to run. She is on 157 BPM. 43 minutes done. She's at 10.4 kilometres per hour. She's 2 seconds behind. Is it Simon Robinson, possibly? S. Robinson, anyway, from the UK. So see if she can catch him up. And she's 10 seconds behind Jorg from Switzerland. So you need to see if you can catch these people, Victoria, in the last 2K. Yes, come on. Time to work a bit. I want your last... the next kilometre should be at 11, and then the final kilometre at 12. Ryan Downey says, please delete this. Please delete what, Ryan? What? Please delete what you've just written, or is there something that I can't see that I should be seeing? Ryan, you'll have to explain. 7.5 kilometres done for Victoria. 2.2 kilometres left. Heart rate is 176. Darren Smith is also saying, delete what? Explain yourself, Ryan Downey. Delete what? What are we supposed to delete? I'm not deleting Victoria. Even if she is wearing a t-shirt with a green writing on it, which means that the green screen shows through. Epic fail, especially seeing as she was wearing, initially, she was wearing a green top. And I told her to go and change because the green top would show through on the green screen. So she puts a red top on with green writing. What a numpty. Goran's obviously typed something. And he's now deleted it. So I don't know what that was all about. Oh, right, okay, so Goran was having a little joke about the ongoing banter on Zwift currently about whether when you stream you should wear a top or not. So some runners are streaming whilst not wearing a top. Some people are finding this offensive, some people are not finding it offensive. Ryan Downey says, it's been dealt with, you're doing great, Victoria. So well done, Victoria. No. Victoria says nobody need worry about her streaming her runs topless. It's not going to happen. I won't be streaming my runs topless either, but that's just for your benefit rather than mine. Nobody wants to see that either. I'm staying out of the arguments and discussions on Zwift about all that. I guess all I will say is Facebook has its own rules about what you can and can't do in your live streams. As long as runners stick to the rules that Facebook has for live streaming, that's fine. If you don't like it, just honestly, just scroll through. Seriously, don't watch if it offends you. Victoria is coming up now to 8 kilometres done. Her heart rate is 170. What we're saying is we think that is because we're not very well. Victoria has also sped up as well, so she is now doing 11 kilometres per hour. She has passed Jorg and Robinson, and she's now gunning for Riley in 11th place. 11 seconds ahead, rather. In 83rd place, Victoria is currently. So she's looking to move up at least one more place before the end of the run. She's got 1.7 kilometres left to run. So the leaders will have finished by now. I'm just going to see if Zwift Power has updated anything. Bear with me, I can't see chat for a second. I'm just going to have a look at Zwift Power. I should have Zwift Power already up, shouldn't I? Click on the live results. See if we get anything. I can hear Victoria's heavy breathing, so she is working hard. She's putting the effort in. Okay, so it looks like the only registered Zwift Power runner is Daniel Tidholm, who finished in 33 minutes 33 seconds. That can't be right, surely, was it? Oh yeah, no, that'd be about right for 9 point. Yeah. So Daniel had a average heart rate of 155 BPM. Yeah, finished in 34:33. But I assume the other runners who were running were not registered with Zwift Power, so we really haven't got any meaningful results there to look at. I'm not sure if you are registered. Pete Spicer says, hi Stephen, saw you owning the Zwift stand, loving life at the NEC, Birmingham, looked like you were having fun. Yes, absolutely loved it, really enjoyed showing off Zwift to everyone over the weekend, thoroughly enjoyed myself. And Nina is saying, hey, when are you out in Gran Canaria doing the marathon, so it would be lush to see a friendly face. So Nina, what's Kirtan? We are out at the beginning of March for the Trans Gran Canaria run. I think there is a marathon. I'm not entirely sure, but we're out first week of March. I think it is the first or second week of March. We'll be out in Gran Canaria. I think my race is the 8th or the 9th of March, something like that. Not entirely sure. Can't remember now. So Victoria is catching Jay Riley now and passing him. So she's moved up to 82nd place. Well done, Victoria. She is 28 seconds behind Sid Sachs from Canada. So that's possibly a little too much to catch up in 1 kilometre. So exactly 1 kilometre to go for Victoria now. She's moved up to 82nd place and she's running at 11.5 kilometres per hour now. So she's increased the pace for the last kilometre. Nina, if you're around, by all means, message us. If you're staying anywhere near, more than happy to say hello. Heart rate of 170 for Victoria now. 12 minutes now in zone 5, 6 minutes in zone 4. Although, again, those minutes don't seem right because we've had 51 minutes of running in total and we've only got 19 minutes accounted for. So there's something not quite right there, which we might have to point out in our meeting tonight with Zwift HQ. And Victoria's now in 81st place. So somebody must have dropped out of the run. Less than a kilometre left now, 800 metres to go. Twice round a running track. There's the 9 kilometre marker, 700 metres left. Although once again we do have the distance bug, so there's 700 metres left now. So we've got that slightly odd differentiation between when you actually start running and when the race actually starts. And then also the strange thing that happens when you finish the race, that distance that wasn't counted at the beginning is then added on again at the end, which is a bit odd. Still never got to the bottom of it. Zwift is still working on it and still haven't come up with the answer yet. Right, go on, stick another bit on there. Up to 12. Go on, Victoria. Okay, so when Victoria gets to 500 metres left, It is all psychological. When 500 metres left now and Victoria's up to 12 kilometres per hour, Jonathan Austin says, how often do you do this type of thing, putting Zwift online? Every day, almost every day, Jonathan. There's either mostly me running, but sometimes Victoria is online running and I commentate on Victoria's run. Sometimes I just commentate on a run with nobody actually running in here with me. But most of the time it's me running on the treadmill and chatting away as well while I run. And we cover races, workouts. At the moment in the mornings I'm doing some hill sessions, some hill training sessions. But almost every day we stream live on Zwift. So 81st place for Victoria, but she is going to catch Sidax, who is only 4 seconds ahead. So if she hurries, she's got 300 metres to catch Sidax from Canada. 2 seconds, here we go, we're going to catch him. 300 metres left, and she's passing Sidax from Canada. And into 80th position, top 80 for Victoria now. Herbert Crabell says, does Victoria enjoy my commentating? She's putting her thumbs up and saying yes. Whether she really does or not, I don't know. Jonathan, thank you very much. Jonathan says he's signed up for notifications so that he knows next time we go live. And apparently, Herbert, she does enjoy me commentating. 200 metres to go and she's pushing it hard now. Although, look, your heart rate's come down to 162, so you're now in zone 4. That's very strange. Oh, no! You've been passed again, so you now... Somebody's pushing right to the end, going really, really fast. Are you going to try and catch them back up? So, Victoria is... Oh, no! Pushing to the end. Push right to the finish line, right to the finish line. Not going to quite get there. So somebody came up on Victoria really quickly in the last couple of seconds. Herbert says, does she enjoy being filmed? I think she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind going live, Herbert. No, she doesn't mind. Okay, so because of the strange timing issues that a lot of runners have, Victoria has finished in 69th position. If you look at the screen there, look at all those runners who's got dodgy timings. That's not their fault. There is a bug in Zwift, which means that a lot of runners, unfortunately, are still suffering with very dodgy timing, which is a shame, but it benefits Victoria because it means she has jumped right up to 69th position in the rankings. Lots of runners now finishing behind her. Seedor, Riley, Robinson, Sid Sachs, Canada. Let's just have a quick look at Zwift Power and see if we've got any other results coming through Zwift Power Live. No, so we only have Daniel Tidholm in the results list. So loads of people here are not registered for Zwift Power. Like 68 people are not registered for Zwift Power, including my wife. Seems. I probably need to register for you don't Zwift Power, so next time you appear on the results there. But Victoria will appear obviously on the results in the Zwift Companion app. So if you want to have a look at the results on the Zwift Companion app, by all means, please go and have a look at those. I don't know who's won it, but we assume it's Awasowicz from Poland. But Victoria finishes in 69th position. And that's it. I'll be back tomorrow. I may do my hill session in the morning, but we do have Wednesday workout in the evening. And I also need to get my 5th stage of tour of Zwift in. There we go. So that's the end, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Loads of cyclists on there. Probably. There's loads of races on all the time. They probably just... I don't know. Probably.